welcome to episode 15 of Out of Wenger's Shadow. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, I've got our first job interview of the series. Find out who with in just a moment. Okay, well, as you can see, it is for the vacant Marseille job that we've got an interview. So let's attend and see if we can land the job. So the board are pleased I've taken the time to attend today. There are a few questions they'd like to ask to see if I'm the manager they want to take the club forward. So let's thank them for the opportunity and get down to business. Can you ease their concerns about my lack of experience? What am I going to say? I don't have the experience other managers have, but I do have a good track record so far. You've been alleged to have broken promises to your players before. Is there anything you have to say about that? I've had to break the occasional promise, but it was always done with the club's best interests at heart. Are you willing to assure us you do a better job of meeting expectations than your potential predecessor did? My record speaks for itself. I've met all the targets I've been given. We understand the importance of having the right backroom team in place. So we're willing to allow you to request any changes. I'm not going to take any of my current staff with me. So I'm going to say I don't need a budget. In terms of the vision for the future, they want me to sign players under the age of 23. That's absolutely fine. Work within the wage budget is currently required and will be again. Spend the original transfer budget. Okay, I'm up for that. 3-year contracts for first team players is a favoured objective. 1-year contract for players over 32. And 2 years for players over 30, that's fine. And at the end of next season, they want me to become recognised as the best of the rest and challenge for a domestic cup and continue being recognised as the best of the rest. I'd be happy with that because if we go beyond that, we'll be competing for the league title. So, yeah, we'll agree. Not in a position to set any expectations for the current season. They'll do that in the run-up to next season. That's fine. Any requests for them? No, I don't think so at this point. So that concludes the interview. I'll be back in a moment to let you know how I've got on. Okay, well, exactly a week after my interview with Marseille, they have come back to me and told me that they have decided not to offer me the job. Apparently they were satisfied with the plans I put forward, but decided I wasn't the right person to take the club forward, and have given the job to the Strasbourg manager, Patrick Vieira, instead. So I will remain in charge of Nantes for now. This will be my final season there anyway, because our time is up at the end of this coming season. So fingers crossed, there is a good opportunity either at some point during the season or next summer. I'll be back in a moment to start the transfer roundup on the 1st of July. Okay, well, it is now the 1st of July. The out-of-contract players have left the club. And this is the squad as it stands now. So we've got 2 goalkeepers who are both good enough. We've got 2 right backs, again both good enough. We've got 5 central defenders, all of whom are good enough to play in the first 11. We only have 1 left back, so that's an area we're going to look to strengthen. Likewise, defensive midfield. I'd like to bring in 1 more in there. On the right hand side we have Marcus Coco and Yuki Sommer, so I think on the right we're probably okay unless we can upgrade Sommer. Moving into central midfield, and we only have 3 in there. So I will ideally be looking for another central midfielder. We've already covered the right wing, so moving on to the left, Simon and Bamba. Again, I'm happy enough with both of those, but if an upgrade on Bamba becomes available, we might do something there. And we've got 2 strikers. May add a third, may not. We'll see how the pre-season pans out. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the first batch of players brought into the club. Okay, it is now the 10th of July, so time to give you the first batch of transfers of the summer. And as you can see, we've seen quite a few players leave the club. Malquit, Barbet, Aki, Voisin, Silla, all leave on free transfers. We got £5.75 million for Mustafa Mohamed from Crystal Palace. And Hugo Leonard leaves for Inter for 900,000. And we've made 2 signings so far, both from Alaves. Ruben Duarte joins for 7.5 million, and Antonio Blanco for 7 million. So let's look at Duarte first. He's a left back and valued now at 11 to 13.5 million. So we're already looking at a profit on that, despite the fact he's 29. And Antonio Blanco is a central midfielder and defensive midfielder, equally capable in both positions, and valued at 10 to 11 million pounds. He's only 24 and has 1 cap for Spain. He will get a lot more than that. So really pleased to get both of those transfers over the line. I'll be back at the end of pre-season to show you whether we've managed to do any more transfers, and I'll speak to you again in just a moment. Okay, well, it is now the 3rd of August and pre-season is over, so time to bring you the final transfer roundup of the window. And as you can see, since I was last with you, we've seen one more player depart the club, which is Joel Toulier, who's gone to Paris Saint-Germain for just shy of £1 million. And one player has arrived, and that is a loan signing from Lorient, Bonker Innocent. So let's have a look at him. And as you can see, he's a defensive midfielder who can also play in central midfield, although marginally less effectively. And he's 29 years old, a Nigerian international, and is 3 stars of ability, 3 stars of potential, so is a more than capable deputy who will get a fair amount of game time. So with the transfers rounded up, I'll show you the squad as it stands now in just a moment. Okay, here is the squad then, and we've got our 2 goalkeepers, Lafont and Descamps. We've got 2 right backs in Amion and Sentonzi. Centre backs, we've got Leifis, Lascelles, Duverne, Secco and Castelletto. So we probably have 1 more than we need in there. Left backs, we've got Ruben Duarte, new signing, and Sergi Cardona. And in defensive midfield, loan signing Bonker Innocent and Afonso Taira, who was here last season. On the right, Marcus Coco and Yuki Sommer, who are both not brilliant but serviceable. In central midfield, we've got Augusto, Kirivella, Blanco and Mutusami, all of whom are 3 stars or better. Blanco being the best of the lot at 4 stars of ability, 4 stars of potential. Moving on to the left-hand side, we've got Moses Simon, who's a 3-star ability, 3-star potential left winger. and Kader Bamba, who is 31 and is 2.5 stars of ability and potential. And we've got the two strikers in Michy Batshuayi and Ignatius Ganago. Michy Batshuayi is marginally ahead of Ganago, but both will earn a fair amount of playing time over the course of the season. So that's the squad we're going to be taking into the new campaign. I'll be back in a moment to show you the results from pre-season. Okay, well, pre-season went largely as you would expect. We started with a game against one of our affiliates in AS Excelsior. Played them away from home, beat them 5-0. We then played 3 really tough games on our tour. We played Inter and lost 2-1. We played Juventus and lost 2-0. We played Milan and lost 3-0. We then came home and played Red Star, beat them 2-0. Le Mans and beat them 5-1. And finished with a comfortable win over US Lucien, beat them 18-0. And as you can see, we did a fair job of spreading the goals around in that one as well. 2 players getting 4, another player getting a hat-trick, and 2 more getting 2 goals each, with the 2 other goals coming from 2 individuals. So really pleased with how that's gone. But what does it mean for the predicted league table? Well, we are predicted to finish 10th. I was hoping we would make an impression on the Europa League spots this season. The bookies don't think we will, but we'll give it a try. But we're up against a machine like PSG, who've got all 11 of the Media Dream 11. So they are absolutely nailed on to win the league. I make no bones about that. So let's have a look now at when we're going to come back. And of course, we're going to show you the first 2 games of the season. In fact, I'm not. What I'll do, I'll show you the home game against Troyes. I'll play Toulouse off camera. And I'll show you Paris Saint-Germain at home as the second game of the next episode. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.